Hello, everybody. I hope all of you are doing well. So today our lecture is about IT and society, sustainability and computing. These slides are prepared by Virginia, and I myself, Salman Khan, is the lecturer for today's lecture. So today we will look into IT and society. What is sustainability and how it is affecting us? How can we think about sustainability, setting goals about sustainability? How do we contribute to sustainability or unsustainability? And we may look into into one or two slides about the next week lecture, that what content we are going to cover in the next week. So IT and society. What does the technology that we help create impact the world around us? We can think of sustainability. So we are covering sustainability today. We can also think of equal opportunities, which we will cover in next week, and it takes after the next week. So which means like after 2 weeks. And what are our responsibilities towards the world in this regard as computer scientist? So first, I will go with the term IT, which means information technology. The term information technology or IT is popular. We encounter the term in sections, business, technology, art, and automobiles. However, people often mistake the meaning of often used term and seldom know their definition. For example, when you are asked someone for the significance of IT, they will simply respond, it has something to do with informatics, or it is connected with the hardware or software. A valid definition says, information technology is the science and activity of storing and sending out information by using computer. As a matter of fact, information is a subjective term. In order to put definition into more good terms, or you can say like into more general term, I would like to replace information with a neutral term, data. So using computers answer the question how data is stored and sent. As computers differ, I prefer to replace that term as well by a more modern computer concept, namely digitalization. Moreover, to include data processing in this definition, I prefer to say moving data. So instead of sending out data, as moving also involves storing. Now, what is society? A society is a group of individuals involved in persistent social interaction, or a large social group sharing the same spatial or social territory, typically subject to the same political authority and dominant cultural expectations. So these are the simple definitions of IT and society. And now we will see how they're connected to each other. Well, before going into more depth, let's first check this example, Yayagram. What is Yayagram? So this is a really interesting innovation. This is innovated or designed by one of the Spanish person. And I exactly don't remember his name, but yeah, it's like a really good device. IT is used, and this is for the communication purposes. All people are using it. But before Yayagram, I think I should discuss a concept here as well in IT and society, which is digital society. Which is digital society? I think it's also a really important terms to know about. So as we know, how does the technology that we help create impact the world around us? Or we can say in simple words, the role of information technology in our society. So digital society is one of the role IT is playing in our society. We group we group by means of the team of sorry we group by means of the term society people that share a geographic proximity. The different meaning of the geographic proximity give rise to various kind of societies. Geography is generally the study of the way in which countries and people organize life within an area, and area can be defined as the scope of a concept, operation, or activity. In case of the concept of digitalization, its range is only limited by people's capacity of dealing with digital data. So therefore, these people can be named as digital society. Until now, only the consequences of the idea to move data digitally are presented, and not the consequences that it is in fact data that is moved. Well, data is generally term that comprises, for example, the content of book or the values of physical quantities such as temperature. Furthermore, data is examined and used to help decision making in all types of activities. On one hand, using digitalization to move data, the information technology dispose of the powerful sketch properties of digitalization. On the other hand, dealing with data, the information technology is present in order to present in other technologies and furnishes them with the same properties. Through the digital impact on the other technologies, the information technologies can revolutionize the whole digital society. So this digital society created by IT in our society, so in simple terms, you can say that like our society is changed or turned into a digital society by IT, information technology. Now moving forward, let's see what Yayagram is. What does Yayagram mean? It's a combination of two words, Yaya and telegram. Yaya means granny in Spanish. It's a warm and affectionate way to refer to your grandmother. And I remember that it was Manus who, the person who invented this or who designed or created this was Manus. It was a Manus project, uses the Telegram, which is a messaging platform we are having in our smartphones, the application. So he uses the Telegram messaging platform. He added gram onto the end to make Yayagram. So basically it was designed for his grandmother. What does it do actually? Yayagram is no one tricky pony. It lets you communicate with other elder in 2S. With your elder in 2S, sorry. Send voice messages via Telegram by simply holding down a button, which is the red button over here. You can see in the picture. And receive replies printed on a thermal paper. You can see at one of the corner, there's a page. So you can see the replies over here coming to the Yayagram. Manu's Yaya has trouble hearing, so phone calls don't really go well. Technology-wise, many older people rely on others to set up video calls, whereas Yayagrams allow them to be more independent and start conversation on their own whenever they like. So to send a message, it's very simple. analog experience. Press and hold the record button, which is the red button, as you can see. Talk into the microphone, which is near to the red button. Then release the record button when you are finished. Yayagram then automatically send your voice message to your chosen recipient, grandchildren. Get a message on their smartphone letting them know that they have a Yayagram from their favorite grandparent. Actually, if you have seen the series, I think it's a Netflix series, The Cable Girl. So they're also like they're working in a telephone exchange, and their job is that cable girl is, there is a jack, the cable, which is like, you can see the cable in the diagram that is known as jack. They are moving it around. You can move it around. There are different names. The blue color, if you see the blue color near the holes in the diagram, they are the names of the grandchildren. So whichever grandchildren granny wants to talk to, she moved the cable to one of the children option, and then she can talk and send message to her. So actually this example is shown in the Cable Girls. They were working in a telephone exchange, and they were also changing the jack all the time when they are talking, when they want to send or want to connect some people to each other. So this is kind of example they have shown in the series. Diagram perfectly bridges the cross-generation technology divide by printing the text replies to voice messages on thermal paper. Grandparents can touch and read them just like an old telegram. So Yayagram in general makes communication accessible to more people. It is widely shared for anyone with some competencies and resources to create it themselves. The printed paper does not seem to be easy to recycle just because it's printed, and it's also like, the content on the paper is like, it's not like quite open or in big in font. So like in general, you can't do the recycle of you can't recycle the paper in general. So discussion. Now we are going forward to sustainability, which is the topic of today's lecture. And what is sustainability? Have you ever reflected on it? Or was it a part of your previous experience or even role model reflection? How do you implement sustainability in your daily life? So these are the questions in your mind or you want to know about it. So, well, in the previous year, it was like possible to join some of your friends in breakout rooms for 10 minutes and discuss about sustainability and to write about the definitions and show it to the instructor. But unfortunately, this time, as we are not, these are not live lectures. So I would suggest you to think for like almost 10 minutes by yourself that what sustainability is and how do you implement in your everyday life. So yeah, I will be back soon, and just think about it, and I will come and I will discuss it further. So see you in 10 minutes.